Okay, so this bad boy. This is a food scale, and this is going to be your new best friend when first learning how to track. So a couple things that you'll want to remember is that we are going to be measuring in weight, not volume. So when you measure in the cups and your tablespoons and all that stuff, there is a chance for error. And so we really want to get this down to the nitty gritty. So we're going to measure in weight, and that's what we're going to use this bad boy for. So you're going to want to focus on measuring in grams, and that is above all, go to grams. And you're going to want to, you could even measure in ounces. Like a lot of the times people like to measure their protein options if you eat meat in ounces. And then if you're measuring a liquid, milliliters, things like that. Okay, so let's just keep this simple, but I'm going to show you a couple things on how to use this if you've never used a food scale. And just remember, keep trying, keep working on it. No matter what you do, it's always a process, and like anything that you're just starting, the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it.
Okay, so no matter what you do, when you look at your scale, you have your on button here, your power button, and then here is your units. Like you can change it from, fluid ounces, milliliters, grams, blah, 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 blah. Okay, ounces. So that's just where you can, figure out how you want to weigh it. And then whenever you put something on it, you're going to want to tear it. Okay, so it can zero it out when you start weighing. So when you're weighing out multiple things, there's a little trick that you can use. So, you put your container, you tear it out, and let's say we're going to put some of our cucumbers in here. And our goal is to just hit like 60, close to it, okay? After I do that, then I'm going to tear it out, and then I'll do it again using my tomatoes, and I want to get 60 or as close to it as I can. Okay, so I probably am going to stop there. Maybe I can find a tiny one. If it goes a little bit over, that's not a problem. So that's 64. You could probably get a smaller one, but it is tomato, so it's not a big deal. But do you see how I was able to do two things and like restart it so that when I'm putting it in my app, I can put in 64 grams of tomatoes and 64 grams of raw cucumber. All right, let's do this again. So we're going to have some cereal, okay? Make sure you tear it out. Now, if you look here at the nutrition label, up close it says 1 cup or 42 grams. Okay, can you see that? So now we're going to have our cereal, and we're going to pour until it says 42 grams. Bam, there it is. Okay, so there is your serving size. Sometimes it will be a little bit under, over. It does not have to be perfect, like 1 or 2, but that's pretty good. If you really want to get to the nitty gritty and you want to be absolutely perfect, then just add in, 1 or 2 more. Even then it didn't. See, it's not a big deal. I'm going to do my almond milk, so I'll tear it out. And if you look at the nutrition here, I'm going to go for about a half a cup. So if 1 full cup is 240 milliliters, then I'm going to go for about 120. So I'll switch this here to milliliters and go ahead and start to pour. And that should be about a half a cup when I'm there. Nice and slow. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. And look at that. You've just measured out your food, and now your next step would be to input it into your app.